Okay, let's take a look at the XLOOKUP. Just so you understand, you can make a very strong case that the XLOOKUP will replace the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index, and match functions. The best part is the XLOOKUP overcomes a lot of the limitations of other functions. It's very powerful and it's very flexible. The best part is it's very easy to use. Here we have a list of data. Let's say we want to find the inventory amount based off this product type. To do that, we'll click the FX icon, do a search for XLOOKUP, and from here it's simply fill in the blanks. For the lookup value, we'll click this cell. The lookup array is going to be our list of products, so we'll select this chunk of cells right here. The return array is going to be the inventory column, so we'll select these cells right here. Click OK, and there we go. Now, if we type a different product type, the appropriate inventory amount will show up, which is good. Moving on, the XLOOKUP has a lot of cool bells and whistles built into it, one of which is the if not found. The if not found will allow you to type in an error message in case the XLOOKUP can't find it. It's very straightforward. We'll go up here and click the FX icon to edit the formula. And then where it says if not found, let's be ridiculously creative and type out not found. Click OK. Now, if we type a product that does not exist on our list, Excel should come back and bark at us, and it looks like it's cooperating. Now let's see how we can use the XLOOKUP when your data is displayed as a table or a grid. So put another way, yes, the function can do a two-way lookup. In order to accomplish this, we have to create what's called a nested XLOOKUP, which is an XLOOKUP within an XLOOKUP. So to make this easier on ourselves, we'll do it in steps. We'll start by creating our first XLOOKUP, which is going to give some results that we don't care about because all we want to do is just copy the formula for later use. And we can use the copied formula to build the second XLOOKUP. Let's see an example. Here we have our table or grid of data with our product types listed on the left-hand side, our countries going across the top. And what we want to do is build a nested XLOOKUP that when we type in a product type and a country, it'll return the appropriate sales amount. Let's start by building our first XLOOKUP. We'll cruise up and click the FX icon, do a search for the XLOOKUP. For the lookup value, we'll click this product type. The lookup array is going to be the list of products. And for the return array, let's select the entire chunk of cells. Now when we press enter, Excel is going to give us a row of sales amounts. That's okay because all we want to do is just copy the formula. Next, we'll go up here into the formula bar, and we will copy everything except for the equal sign because we don't need it. After we copy it, we can delete the formula because we don't need it anymore. Now we'll build the second XLOOKUP. Let's go up and click the FX icon, choose XLOOKUP again. This time the lookup value will be the country. The lookup array will be the list of countries, so we'll select that. And where it says return array, we'll paste in the copied XLOOKUP formula, since this will create the two-way lookup. Click OK, and everything looks like it is cooperating. Just for fun, let's create a couple different combinations just to see what we get. So let's conclude this module with a little bit of commentary. At this point, we're at a very interesting juncture in Excel's history, with people having very different and polarizing viewpoints. Starting from a historical perspective, the VLOOKUP has been around for over 30 years, with the match and index being very close behind. And the people in this camp take the viewpoint that the VLOOKUP, index, and match are legacy functions and going nowhere anytime soon. On the other side, there are people that say the VLOOKUP, match, and index are essentially dead, and the XLOOKUP is the way of the future because the XLOOKUP takes the place of those functions. And frankly, both sides have pretty strong arguments. For what it's worth, my 2 cents is that yes, moving forward, the XLOOKUP is the way of the future. Yet, if you look at the big companies who have been using the match and index for decades, and the hundreds of thousands of spreadsheets they have that use those functions, there is no way they're going to go back and replace all those spreadsheets that have the match and index functions in it with the XLOOKUP. That is not going to happen. So in the end, the best bet is to familiarize yourself with all three. Learn the index, learn the match, learn the XLOOKUP, and your career in Excel will be a lot easier.